Hi, and welcome back to Inside Chang Industrial, where we take a look at the minds behind the mission. I'm your host, Cheyenne Keating, and today I have the pleasure of being joined with Ross Barnard. How are you doing, Ross?
I'm doing great. How are you, Cheyenne?
Doing well. Great to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And can you tell us a little bit about what you currently do at Chang Industrial?
Sure. So I do the lead work for our engineering team. So I work with our technical project managers, our engineers on solutioning for our different customers. A lot of the engineering talent that we have does the nitty gritty design, but I try and create some guidance for the teams and make sure that we're meeting the customer's requirements, what they're asking for in their designs for their operation, for their business, and making sure we present some options to them that meet those needs. Awesome.
And what is your background? Like, how did you get here?
Yeah, my background. So I graduated with a civil engineering degree from Virginia Tech. Right out of college, I grew up in the DC area, and I thought I was going to take a job in that area, but went to a career fair and came across a design build firm out of Jacksonville, Florida, and they invited me down for an interview, and so I said, well, why not take a trip to Jacksonville? Sounds like I had actually no intention of moving to Jacksonville at the time, but had an incredible interview, incredible experience, really liked the city. And when I left, I was like, I think I'm going to move to Jacksonville. It was really like, my mind was kind of blown at the time. And then I did. I moved down to Jacksonville, and I spent 10 years of my life working with that design build firm. I was very fortunate to have a lot of really good mentors in my career. And ended up doing a lot of big capital projects for major Fortune 500 companies, established an office in Singapore, and then ultimately resigned from that role, came back to the States, and joined the Chang Industrial team in 2017. I've been working with Matt and the team since then.
Yeah. And what's your favorite part about this role that you have at Chang Industrial?
So my favorite part about my current role is probably twofold. The solutioning. I really like the solutioning. I like just kind of thinking outside the box, especially as like the industry is changing constantly, and there's new technologies coming in all the time, and just constantly having to figure out, well, this worked for the past client. Is this the right solution now? Do we have better technology options out there that might meet this application? So I really like the solutioning part, and I really like doing it in a collaborative environment, especially with our talented team members and associates.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can you tell us about one of your favorite projects you worked on within your area of expertise?
Favorite project would probably be the last project I did. So it was a very large, I think at the time it was the largest autonomous mobile robot fleet in the world. I'm sure that's been surpassed since then. But it was a long project, but we really pushed the envelope in terms of automation and functionality. We introduced a number of key technologies, and AMRs at the time were still kind of in an R&D phase. They were being implemented in very small numbers out in the industry, but not at the scale that we were planning. And we ended up pushing out a huge fleet, and it took a lot of work from a lot of really good people. But the learning experience with that, and the kind of the satisfaction with getting that across the finish line was something I'm proud of and really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's huge. Can you tell us about one of the most impactful turning points in your career?
Turning points, yeah, I would say probably establishing the office in Singapore. So that was obviously a whole different experience than what I'm doing today. But it really pushed me to go outside of my comfort zone, and get outside my shell in terms of my confidence level and my engineering capabilities, my project management capabilities, my ability to interface with a customer, and ultimately how we execute in our business today and how we run it. I would say Singapore was a turning point for me in developing some of those skill sets.
Yeah, that's amazing. And to close, can you tell us something that you're passionate about outside of work?
Yeah, I love to travel. So part of that Singapore gig was I got to travel a lot in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of travel in Europe, some in South America. I've not been to Africa yet. Our founder, Matt Chang, just went there. So he was sending me safari pictures while he was over there. But yeah, I love traveling. My wife loves traveling. We have a 11-month-old son. We're hoping he's going to be a traveler eventually. Yes. But yeah, that's probably one of my biggest passions.
That's awesome. What's your favorite place you ever traveled to?
Oh, New Zealand. No question.
Awesome. I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, I would say by far and away the most beautiful place on the planet that I've seen.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. Well, thank you so much, Ross, for your time, and thank you for watching. Stay up to date with all things Chang Industrial by checking us out on LinkedIn and our website, and we'll see you real soon.